Hello friends, today we are going to discuss a new topic on manufacturing of concrete, which is transportation of concrete. In the previous lecture, we have discussed in detail about the mixing of concrete. So let's start this topic. Transporting of concrete is defined as the transferring of concrete from the mixing plant to the construction site. The main objectives in transporting concrete is to ensure that the water-cement ratio, the slump or consistency, air content and the homogeneity are not modified from the intended state. The concrete produced from a mixer is required to be transported to the forms for placement. This handling may produce segregation and loss of slump if the distance is long. The successful placement of concrete is dependent upon careful mixing, the proper equipment, and adequate transportation. This site will define, analyze, and demonstrate the importance of each in the overall processes of placing concrete. There are many elements of transporting that need to be considered in order to ensure that a mix does not change its state as specified in the contract. The two key goals when transporting concrete from the mixing plant to the construction site are to prevent segregation and to not reduce the workability of the mix. This transportation process must be well thought and organized efficiently. At a central or portable ready-mix plant, concrete should be discharged from a truck mixer or agitator truck within 2 hours. If non-agitating transporting equipment is used, this time is reduced to 1 hour. All the delays must be avoided in order to prevent honeycombing or cold joints. Many factors determine which type of transportation is most suitable. Types and constituents of the concrete mix, size and type of construction, topography, weather conditions, that is temperature, humidity and wind speed, location of the batch plant, and cost are all taken into consideration when choosing a mode of transport for your concrete. If you choose the wrong model of transportation, your concrete could be segregated, which would make it useless. Therefore, it is essential that adequate thought must be given to the type of transportation you actually need. The maximum time allowed for the transportation process must be less than the setting time of cement. The setting time of the Portland cement is less than or equal to 30 minutes. If we are using ready-mix concrete carrying agitating truck, then as a general rule of thumb, 30 to 60 minutes of transportation are acceptable on small jobs. At a central or portable ready-mix plant, concrete should be discharged from a truck mixer or agitator truck within 2 hours. Non-agitating transport equipment is used for this time reduction to 1 hour. The methods of transporting and placing concretes which are widely used are pan method, discharged directly into forms through short chutes, by barrows, which are wheelbarrows and handcarts, power barrows or power buggies, dumpers and trucks which are agitating or non-agitating, monorail system, elevating towers and hoist, skip operated by cranes or overhead cableways, belt conveyors and boom conveyors which can be used in smaller locations, tremie pipes or underwater concrete. Any combination of the above can be used. The mortar pan is used when the concrete is carried out in small quantities. In this method, the greater surface area of concrete is exposed to drying conditions and results in a great loss of water, particularly in hot weather concreting. Remember that the mortar pan should be clean and wet at the starting of the concrete transportation. The wheelbarrow is used for transporting concrete at ground level. It's another normal way after the mortar pan for transporting concrete ground level. If the transportation distance is long or the ground is rough, wheelbarrows are provided with the pneumatic wheel to avoid segregation of concrete due to vibration. The manual wheelbarrow has a capacity of up to 80 kg of concrete. It is used for long horizontal distances. Power barrow's capacity is up to 800 kg and can be used for horizontal distances up to 300 meters. They can also be used to haul concrete to a gradient of 20%. The part of a mixer is a single barrow. If you take a part of concrete in one barrow and the other part of concrete in another barrow, it might be problematic because the uniformity of concrete will be disturbed. A concrete power buggy is a piece of construction equipment that helps to transport materials like concrete, soil, and gravel easily. It acts as an oversized and engine-driven wheelbarrow. These units are utilized when needing to move a substantial amount of material around your job sites. Power buggies are suitable for large concrete to be placed in a shorter distance. These are good to be used because they may increase the productivity of the work and injury may be reduced during work. And of course, it is economical for shorter distances and larger quantities can be transported. Now, we look into tower bucket. This method is used for transporting concrete above ground level. The crane is used for transporting concrete horizontally as well as vertically, and also it is an inclined way so that it can be called as two or three-dimensional transport. Elevating towers are used for lifting concrete buckets, which can be distributed using a chute or by other means such as barrows. The kind of transport can be used for the construction of multi-story buildings, bridges, and towers. Hoists operate on a similar principle. A cantilever platform hoist operates along a steel lattice mast. The concrete skip can be used directly that can tilt and discharge the concrete on some distribution system. A picture can be seen in this slide which shows a tower bucket. A chute is adapted for transporting concrete from ground level to the lower level. It is used when the labor can't reach the place of concrete due to less space like trenches. The surface should be some slope, not flatter than 1 vertical to 2.5 horizontal. Concrete may get slightly compact mass without any separation or segregation. Free fall of concrete over a height of 2 meters should be avoided. Short chutes with proper lower end treatment are used in this process. The concrete should be remixed and the lower end by passing down through a funnel-shaped pipe or drop chute so that the concrete mix is workable and cohesive. This is simple to use and very much economical. The chutes, which are metallic, half-rounded in section, stiffened at places, may last to handle about 1,500 meter cube of concrete. Long chutes are desirable as they have the tendency to cause segregation in the concrete mix. Dumpers and trucks are the ordinary open steel tipping lorries used for long hauls in horizontal transport at ground levels. This method may also cause segregation because of the jolting during transit. Dumpers and trucks that are horizontal transport are used for long hauls. Because of the jolting on the ground, ordinary trucks and dumpers tend to cause segregation of concrete during transit. The concrete is covered with tarpaulin if it is transported in open trucks. If long distance is involved, agitators should be used. Pumping of concrete is a universally accepted method and more reliable method of concrete transportation and placing. Its working starts with a suction stroke which sucks the concrete inside the pipe. It is a most sophisticated method, particularly suitable for limited space or when a large quantity of concrete is to be poured without cold joints. Pumping of concrete can be done at 80 to 70 cubic meters per hour up to horizontal distances of 300 meters and a vertical distance of 90 meters. The pipe diameter is generally 8 to 20 cm. And it is made of steel, plastic or aluminum. The workability for pumped concrete should have a minimum of 40 to 100 mm of slump or 0.9 to 0.95 compacting factor. At the delivery point, the workability may be reduced by 25% due to compaction, and this factor should be kept in mind while designing the mix. The transit mixer is one of the most popular equipment for transporting concrete over a long distance, mostly in the ready-mixed concrete. The transit mixer is mounted on the truck and has a capacity of 4 to 7 meter cube. The concrete is continuously agitated in the truck with 2 to 6 revolutions per minute. A small pump is fitted on a truck mixer for discharge concrete. Concrete which fed in the mixer can be either dry or wet mix. If the mix is wet, then it must reach the site in 1 or 1.5 hours. The belt conveyors are used for a small horizontal distance such as 5 meters to 10 meters. The initial cost of setting up to the belt conveyor is high. It can place large volumes of concrete quickly where access is limited. Concrete may get to segregate in steep inclines as the belt passes over the rollers. It is suggested that low slump concrete is used for slower moving belts and higher slump concrete by faster moving belts. If this method used in adverse weather conditions such as hot and windy, the long reaches of the belt must be covered. If there is any breakdown of machines, a large amount of concrete in the belt needs removal by other means, and the belt is to be cleaned and washed. It has limited application due to chances of segregation on steep slopes, roller points, and changes in direction of the belt. It also involves overexposure of concrete to the environment. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and subscribe our channel.